Hello, welcome back to another episode.
Welcome.
Happy day, whatever day you're watching it.
Mm-hmm.
Don't mind if you see any paint tape or anything. This room is a work in progress, so the film frame is like the only good part of the room right now.
Yeah, everything else is kind of a mess.
There's a mess.
Yeah.
In the perimeter around us.
Yeah.
But it's okay.
Managed chaos.
Yeah, lots going on.
Yeah. Poison ivy.
That's another, so last Saturday we did, it was beautiful out. We did a long ride, about 25 miles, and then we came home and we just continued with yard work for a few hours, and Cody's not allowed outside anymore.
Yeah. I get poison ivy super easy. I don't know if you can see it on my arm or not, but it's like my stomach, legs, it's all over the place. Pretty miserable.
Woke up the next day with his eyes like swollen shut.
Yeah.
Which that got better, but then his whole body is a mess.
Yeah. Face looks better. Everything else is a mess. But definitely affected sleep last night. Got most of my training in still. Actually did okay at that, even though I really didn't want to. I didn't really want to do anything. So a little bit of a deload, but I hate it. It's the worst. That's really just been preoccupying my whole mind, really. Every second.
Yeah.
But
it's been a weird week with longer days at work and then the poison ivy.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was a cold or from the pollen.
Yeah.
But I had that, which it only lasted a few days. But the whole week was a little bit strange, but I think that was a good thought around pivoting and still getting done what needs to be done, but maybe simplifying and
prioritizing,
keeping the standard, but being flexible with what that looks like and not being rigid around it having to look a certain way every single day for it to be a win, but just showing up for that standard however it needs to be done that day, getting it done, not in a forced, like it all has to be done in a certain way, get it done type of way, but just I want to show up for that standard and every day visiting, how does that look today? And how can it adjust for maybe it doesn't get done today, but we move it to a day that it usually wouldn't get done, and you adjust kind of on the fly.
Yeah. My two lifts, my upper body lift, my lower body lift Thursday and Friday. I didn't lift Thursday. I actually didn't do anything Thursday. I missed one run, and then I technically missed one lift, but I just took like the two most important things from each lift and then combined them together on Friday.
Yeah.
And then kind of made a Frankenstein sort of lift out of the primary things that I wanted to get done. And then just made sure that, next week I get them in. But I'm not going to go 2 weeks without doing this stuff. But for 1 week, I can kind of cobble together a session and go from there.
Yeah. I think that's a big thing, that it's easy to, during weeks like this, to spiral and think, well, if I can't get the session done completely and perfectly, it's a wash and I just won't do it at all, rather than adjusting to fit it to another day or boil it down to what are the priority movements that would still be a good session for the week. And then, like you said, not letting it string together into weeks on end. One day that's off track or 1 week that is off track, it's not really that big of a deal. That's just life.
Yeah.
But when you let it continue into, I can't be on track perfectly, so screw it.
Yeah.
That's not a great attitude to have.
Yeah, I think you just have to check the boxes when you're coming back to if you've taken a deload or you've taken some time off training because of whatever, it's like all you have to do is not really perform. All you have to do is just reestablish the routine, and reestablish the habits. So just not worrying about the weight, but literally just checking off the boxes of this many sets and reps, this many with this exercise.
The intensity is a good part of that to change.
Yep. Go lower intensity and just get all of basically the time in that you would training. Whether it's like all your runs become easier runs, just so you can reestablish, running on a certain frequency. And then you can start to ramp back up as you see fit.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. It's harder to get back into it when you've let it just completely go.
Yeah, it's like exercise training is a positive feedback system where the more you do, the more you want to do,
Yeah, once you get started almost you don't want to stop.
Right. Yeah. It's like you're active and you're doing things, and exercise, it makes you physically feel good because of all of the chemical processes and endorphins, and release serotonin, all this stuff makes you feel really good. You get some dopamine, you get all the good feeling neurochemicals, but you also get the psychological part of like, I accomplished something.
Yeah.
And so like those things feed forward and they make you want to do more of it. So if you get out of the routine and you're not exercising, then you're not getting serotonin, you're not getting that dopamine hit from doing something hard. And you have to reestablish that frequency first before you go on to add intensity. You have to start just building that momentum, like, snowballing, basically.
Yeah.
A rock, a huge stone, doesn't want to move, but once you get it moving, it has momentum. That's really what you have to build, is momentum back.
Yeah. The showing up and the starting is always the hardest part. And especially during busy times when maybe you feel like, I don't have the time to do it. That's an important time to, even if it's, I'm going to do a 20-minute or 30-minute, and you set a clock and you have to move for that time. And whatever you get done, if starting through the top of your workout, the most important stuff is going to be at the top. Move through that and get done what you can get done. But I find it really helpful even during busy times like that you don't want to stop doing the other work you're doing. But then once you do go train or you do go move and you get that blood flow and, all of the good feelings that Cody was saying, then it's like a good reset to get back into, your brain is, refreshed and you're ready to sit down and do whatever work you were didn't want to stop before.
Yeah.
But you'll never regret that you did it.
Yeah. I compare it to like triage. So triage, like on the battlefield or any sort of like emergency situation, any like catastrophe where like you have a bunch of people that are injured or dying or dead or whatever, and you're going around and you're figuring out like, okay, this person has like, it's like massive blood loss and like, I can't really stop it. Like, we're just going to leave them. Like, sounds bad, but I mean, that's what you do in triage. Like, if someone's definitely not going to make it, you just leave them and you go to the person who's like on the edge. Like, with your life-saving help, you can actually save their life. Segue into exercise.
Very dramatic.
Yeah, segue into exercise. It's like, if I'm looking at my schedule and I'm looking and it's like, I have this session where I'm supposed to go, like, maybe I'm going to a different location or like something, I'm supposed to do a specialized workout, or like there's like more obstacles to go and do it, or like it takes a certain amount of intensity and effort to do the session and you just don't have it, you're like, black tag, it's not going to happen. And then you just focus on like the things that, okay, this one is useful, I can do this one, and like I have the requisite energy and effort to execute it. And so kind of going at it like that is, know what to, like, it's not going to happen, and then know what, this is important enough and I can make it happen. And so you kind of go at it like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a time and place to pivot, and when things make sense that you can eliminate them. It's not about the days that are going to be perfectly lined up for the whole day to flow smoothly are few and far between, but those are great days, and some days you have to just, get those in. You can't every week say, oh, it's not going to work today. It's too much friction.
Yeah.
You have to a degree, commit to and follow through with what you decided to do. But there's also going to be times of life that, pivot. It's not going to be the end of the world.
Yeah. It should be pretty you shouldn't be having things come up every single week where life is getting in the way.
Yeah.
If that's happening, then either your life is terrible or you're just allowing smaller excuses to creep in and make you.
It.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, I didn't
sleep. I didn't get my full 8 hours.
Yeah, I only slept 7 hours. I don't think this workout's going to happen today.
Listening to your watch or your readiness and your body battery.
Yeah.
Most days you're going to do things tired. You're going to do it when you don't want to. You're going to do it when you're not motivated. That is not what we're talking about. Yeah. That is, you committed to do something and you have also real life responsibilities going on and you still have to show up and do the training. But there are other scenarios that are very, case by case, that's when it is time to pivot.
Yeah.
It's knowing when to do it. It's knowing when it's actually needed. And then it's knowing, how to simplify that down.
Yeah, and a lot of times you just get tougher too, or you should try to get tougher as you go along. Yeah. Whereas maybe you accept, you get a cold and you skip a workout early on, and then hopefully you get tougher and you're more invested in your training, you're more invested in your health or whatever, and you say, okay, I have a cold, but I can still do something. So hopefully you go through an evolution of toughness basically, or you're less things stop you from getting it done than maybe it used to. Yeah, you have the cold, and you lower the intensity, or it's not going to look exactly like the previous week, but you still do it. Yeah, it builds your resilience and just the way that you handle normal life things. Yeah. But that's a beauty of training too. It's a skill that I think if you don't practice it during your training and you allow those stressors to get in the way, you're not actually learning a really great part of training and teaching you how to navigate that and still follow through. Yep. Good relevant topic for this week for me.
Yeah. And from client conversations I've had. So it's been... Yeah. This was a good week, I think.
A lot of pivoting, but pivoting is better than just doing nothing. Yeah. Always. Doing something, those off the plan or reduced or whatever is better than nothing. Yeah. Almost always. Almost always. Not always, but almost always.
Yeah. I think it's good too when you can practice it. There are times pivoting for training, but in another sense of, I think I used to really like to have clean schedules with maybe avoiding socialization or avoiding things that would, eating out, things that would get me off track in terms of nutrition, less of training. But I think those are good things to practice too and keep within your life to a degree. You shouldn't have to only be able to do these things in a perfect routine, because you're not going to sleep well every night and you're not going to have everything going smoothly for you every day of your life. And that's a good thing too. You don't want to miss family get-togethers and parties and those things. So that's not something within a time that you're committed to training. You shouldn't be like, all right, I have to clear off my schedule and not have any events during this time because I want to do it all perfectly. I think it's good to practice having real life things where you can learn, this is how I build a plate at a party, or this is how I exercise when we're on a summer vacation, and how you do these things really within your life, not just, okay, I'm at home all week and I have a perfect schedule and we can meal prep everything. But the real stuff is how can you do this in the real world.
Yeah.
So we're coming into a good season, I think, with summer vacations and barbecues and get-togethers and all the things.
Mm-hmm.
You can still, this is when you're actually practicing showing up for yourself in that way.
Yeah. Yep. Great points. We're at 15 minutes. Pretty good.
Cool.
Good stopping point.
Yeah. Well, today's Sunday. We're going to keep doing our chores.
Yep.
Cooking, and it's another busy week. So
Yep.
we'll be back next week for another chit chat.
Yep. See you
Have a great
later.
week.